Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am continuing on with my week in the life for 2024. I am on Thursday, as you can see. And today, let's see what we have. Today was yellow. And like I said before, I took a photo of something of that color of the day to put behind my um, acetate day divider, page divider. So let's see what we have here in our little baggie we put aside. Now some of these I'm going to go back and do a little later because these videos get a bit long since I'm not doing voiceovers and things like that. Y'all can hear my cat. You'll probably hear my dog. It's early in the morning, and so she is raring to go. So, like my other days, I'm going to put a front page news on the card behind the acetate. There we go. Put that aside. And then we have our two full page photos. And I'm not liking how the red line tape is showing through the acetate day of the week, so we're going to try something different. Well, guess we're not going to try something different. The rollers don't want to roll. What about the ATG? It's rolling, but it's not sticking. I know I could get my Xyron out, but I really don't want to do that. Well, I guess it's red line tape. Or I could just go ahead and staple it and don't worry about whether the others are stapled or not. That's what I'll do. I'll just staple it. There we go. We won't worry. The others are not stapled. Sometimes you got to go with the flow, folks. I have learned that. Got to go with the flow. So I'm doing this because I am not good at lining these things up. Seems like once I go to pull the tape off or put my adhesive on, whichever way I'm doing it, it sits there and moves on me. So these are some plumerias. Aren't they pretty? They were actually in my neighbor's yard. And that day I was like, I still need a picture of something yellow. I need something yellow. And then I was going to run an errand or something after work. And I happened to see her plumerias over there. And I'm going, oh my gosh. Right in front of my face the whole time. So I'm going to put something over this. Well, my dog is getting the zoomies now, guys. Sorry. Um, I'm just pushing down the back of the staple a little bit, and I'm going to put some tape over it to help it. I got a hair. I got a stray hair. Oh well, it's on the inside. Um, to help keep the staple from going through possibly the picture of the flowers here. And I should keep the acetate off of it. There we go. So now I need to put the holes in it. Oops. Helps if I slide the right thing. So you could see, you see no white here because that's a very dark picture. There's a little bit right here I'll have to trim off. But that's okay. You can tell one was just a slightly bigger than the other when it was cut out. And sorry if my head gets in the way, guys. Old eyes. Old eyes have a hard time seeing. Even though my eyes aren't that bad, it's just when you get light and light colors, if it's a light and dark color, it's not so hard. But when you're trying to sit here and see through something like this, for some people it's a little difficult. Nope. That one didn't come out. There we go. And the last one. All right. Now, I actually have a second one. Because someone on the Allie Edwards group had posted this from the, oh, shoot. Brain fog, guys. Brain fog. It's so real. When you get to a certain age, man, this happens to you a lot. Ugh. Anyway. And I know that movie so well, and all of a sudden I just can't think of the name of it. It's too early in the morning. Anyway, they posted this from the movie. It had Sandra Bullock in it. And can't remember it. Anyway, it was about this specific date, right, of April 25th. So I had to include it. I thought it was cute. So I didn't have another picture, so I'm just using some paper from my stash to, and I chose a yellow ombre to match the yellow of the day. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the front of it. I'm going to be going back and filling in some gaps, so to speak. You know, some of the things that I haven't done yet, or I'm waiting to do at the end that I've told you about. Like the one the pleather piece on the leftover piece of the acetate from the day dividers. Not sure if I'm going to put those towards the top or the bottom. I'm just kind of waiting to get all my pages pretty much in there and see what would work best to kind of level out my album. And if you're new here, if you haven't seen my other videos, the acetate dividers were 10 by 8, and I'm working in a 6 by 8 album. And when you cut them down, you're left with a leftover piece. Well, that just went down on me without me wanting it to. A leftover piece that I stitched to a 3 by 8 card. And So that I was going to put the day, there's a pleather piece for each day of the week, and I was going to put that on that leftover acetate piece. My only thing is that I also did a shaker pocket that put quite a bit of bulk in my album, and quite a bit. It's going to be a chunky album now since I decided to do that. And I didn't think it would add that much. But with 7 of them, yeah, it added quite a bit. So, again, it's a matter of, okay, those shaker pockets are pretty much in the same spot. So I want to try and even out the thickness of the album and how it lays. So I was waiting to the end to kind of do that. All right. These are some embellishments I want to use. A lot of this I'm going back to do in another video because I'm not sure. So we have the hello card I stamped currently on the back. We're going to stamp the date. Oops. Forgot I'm on 2024. I used it for something else. Yep, there we go. So I wanted to make sure I got the correct year. Okay. Put the date on the card. Because even though at the beginning of the album it's got the week that I was doing this, it's just kind of nice to have the date somewhere on each of the days, I think. Printed my journaling on Matco paper, like I had said before. Okay. Like to burnish it down, which is why I always wait a while, since I've got a inkjet printer. When I print on this, I usually print it a day, at least a day in advance. Sometimes it's in the morning and then I use it in the evening, but it's just to make sure it's all dried and it doesn't smudge or mess up. Okay, my journaling for the day done. Then we have, again, I already put photos in pockets, trying to get things done. Just a picture of the weather at some time during the day. So it's just a random picture of somewhere I was at the time when I thought to take it. April's a very pretty time of the year. Sometimes, though, it's very rainy. Sometimes it's not. And we're wondering where our rain's at. So I'm going to go back and stamp or put the temperature of high and low for the day. And I've got some weather stamps I'm going to put on here. So I did find my sheet. In my last video, I was saying how I couldn't find the sheet where I wrote it down. I did find it finally. I'm back home, as you can see my pink mat. So we will go back and do that when we do our embellishments. Let's keep it the same. Just a flyer I got from my car dealership. A little picture of me doing washing up a cup in the kitchen at work. When when I was out at a park, this lizard was just intently watching me. I know some of you think lizards are gross. We're used to lizards down here in Florida. Okay. They don't hurt nobody, so they eat a lot of the mosquitoes and stuff like that. So we like, well, some of us like them. Some people don't. They like that they eat the mosquitoes and stuff, but they don't like the lizards. Uh, so I used one of the vellum squares that came, ephemera pieces that came in, I believe it was the You and Me kit. And so I just took some pictures of my stuff to match this one. This was the chipboard that came in the main kit, flag that I put here to back on the back side of this flag. And this is stuff I have on my desk at work. This was something one of my best friends bought me for my craft table for my birthday. This was some stitching, some kits that I had purchased that I was starting, because I used to cross stitch and do all those kind of stitching projects back in the day. And I'm just trying to get back into it and do a little bit more of it. It's easy to take with me when I go to conferences to have something to do in the evenings and stuff like that. And this was just some of the stamp sets that I got out to go through when I was going to do the Week in the Life, to see which ones I wanted to use and stuff like that, because I'm trying to consciously use my stamp sets. I love them, but I'll tend to forget about them and not use them, and I'm getting better with it because I'm making a conscious effort. Like I used the currently from one of the stamp sets from this year's release of Week in the Life. So here's my shaker pocket. So it's a half circle. I went ahead and adhered the rest of them because it takes me a while. It was adding to my time on my videos, so I just went ahead and took care of these. So these were some flowers I got, and here's the shaker, right? So if you hadn't seen my previous videos, some of them start the day this way, and others we start the day this way, so that the shaker pocket is up towards the top of the album instead of down. So I'm alternating them to kind of level the album out. But when you get to this, right, this is where you can see how this lays, this kind of goes down because of the shaker pocket, right? So once you get a lot of those in the album, it's quite a bit that way. So I want to try to strategically put like these embellishments here. I might alternate these two to where that we're helping that a little bit. Okay. So, oh, nope. So there's that. There's nothing I'm going to do else to that. Here's the 3x8 card. You see I stitched it. Here's my little photos I've got. And we're just going to adhere these instead of writing there. So I live by myself, well, with my fur babies, right? I'm single. I don't have a significant other. I've been divorced for a very, very long time. I was married for 20 years. And 2 weeks to be exact. And we divorced. And I have been single longer than I was married. So, and I'm okay with that. I'm happy. But to all the people out there who think you don't have enough to document, you do. Okay? You do. You just think you don't. You think everything's boring. I do too. So like, I'm an emergency manager. So for those who don't know what that is um, sort of like FEMA, okay, but on a local level, except for we prepare and work with our community every day. It's we don't come in and do it whenever there's a disaster. We do it every day. So my work is very, very busy all the time. Um, oops, I got those out of order. So let me finish that real quick. So, but I do a lot of writing. I do a lot of reviewing. And a lot of things I'm doing, I can't really take pictures of. I mean, I can take some pictures, obviously, but do you want to see pictures of paperwork all the time? No, so um, I find other ways. I have to think about it, and that's the key. You just got to think of things. And you can go to my blog. I have a whole list of items that you can think about documenting. So I just want to encourage those people out there who feel like if they don't have kids or they not married that they can't do this project. You certainly can. You can do this project very easily. I do have kids, but they're grown. They're much older. They don't even live close by. So, you know, they don't show up in my albums but once in a while, right? Like last year they did because we went to Disney together that weekend. So, um, just want to encourage people your life is worth it. Your story is worth telling no matter what. And you'll be surprised at how much you see things change. So, this was a vellum piece that came in the kits, a 3x4 card. You can see I went to a store, so I just took a picture of the bags in my front seat. I watched an Allie Edwards live about the Week in the Life progress. This was something I picked up. It was buffalo seasoning for popcorn. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I did laundry, and this is a routine I do. I'm always watching. You can see I got a little tablet, a Fire tablet right here that I'll sit there and I'll watch YouTube videos or something at night. Excuse me, to wind down. Let me take a drink of water here. It is first thing in the morning and hadn't hardly talked, and then I get on here and do a video. How crazy, silly of me. Anyway, this was supposed to go after that. I created this 3x8 card to go on the back, and you can find out how to do this if you don't know how. I actually have Photoshop Elements, and the lady who did this, her name is Deneen, and so does she. So I just followed her stuff and created my own. So she did this. I took that from her. And on Allie's blog, if you look under Week in the Life stuff, you will see her process video on how she did that, if you are interested. So basically what she did is this one, we ended up having to move this to the opposite side so that when you put this here, you are actually punching holes in the same place. And she talked about how she did the wording, the box. I came up with my own, of course. So whatever fit for me. Some of it is like, we'll see if this happens. But I thought it was such a cute idea. Instead of trying to take another picture, documenting is not just about the pictures. It's also about the stuff and the things. And so it's not always, you can't always take pictures of everything. Like practicing gratitude. My thing is I'm trying to practice gratitude. Did I feel productive today? That day. Ate healthy, went to bed early. Did I laugh? You know, laughing is such a good thing, but sometimes when you're alone, you catch yourself, you're like, all of a sudden you'll be somewhere, do something, and you had a really good laugh, and you go, oh, that felt good. I think laughing is very good for our health. I got mail. You can see I can drive right up to my mailbox and get my mail. So I was still in my car. Got my mail, more of my laundry. This was me at work in the copier room. I have a little stand, little hands. It's so cute. I bought it years ago. I got one for everybody at work at Christmas. And so it'll hold your phone up, and I just set it on the ground and just had it where the phone tilted a little bit, and took a picture of me at the copier. And I didn't have another picture, so I just used a 4x6 card to fill out the pockets, and I'll put something on that later. And I'm also going to go back and on this picture, to make it bigger to fit the 3x4, it would cut everybody off here. So I just made it smaller, and I'll just put some washi or something right there. I'm going to go back and do that later, though. Again, this is the vellum, and I've got some things that I'm going to write. That's what I had to find. So I'm going to go back and do them all at once. So like, I'm going to put this on here. This is sticker, the label maker. I'm going to stick like I've got 5 or 6 of them. And like, this is how many apps I used. I tracked how many apps I used that day. It's amazing how many apps we use nowadays. And I was noticing that, so I wanted to track it, see how many I would use every day. And so then I'm going to also fill in places like with some vellum pieces, things like that. And just try to actually fill in the blanks, right? So these I'm going to put on later. I'm going to do another video. And we're going to keep those in there. See, I just put everything I wanted to use for each day in there so that I kept them together, right? Made it easy, just trying to figure it all out. And I want to put this right here in that blank spot on the mailbox. And that day is done for now. Again, I will be coming back. I have quotes that I'm going to put, I forgot to say that I am going to put on these. And then I'm going to put my gratitude for the day on the back of here. But again, I couldn't find my sheet of paper that I had all that on, and then found it. So we're going to go back and do that. So let's see. We're going to move on real quick to Friday. Let's see if this goes a little bit faster for us, since y'all already know what I'm doing. Oops. Let's see. We're going to put these back. We need those. We're going to put that back. I'll hold that out for a minute because I can't remember if I want to use that right now. All right, Friday. Our newspaper clipping. Sorry. I know that went off camera. Okay. Our picture of the day, green. And there's my baby. I can't remember how I was going to do that. Does it cover? Oh, this will work right there. All right. Yeah, they're a little off. A little off. That's okay. Like I said. I mean, if you ever watch Allie's videos and other people's, they get off too. We're not machines, right? So, these are handmade products. So, they're going to look handmade. They have character, guys. They have character. Remember that. Oh, yeah. I'm going to try and push that down a little bit and put another piece of adhesive. And we'll just get these done. I wish the weather was like it was back in April. It's getting hot here. And we'll trim that down a little bit and a little bit. I'm not going to sit here and bore you with that. Yeah, it's been getting hot. Our weather was so nice for so long, and then all of a sudden it just hot as can be. And I do not look forward to this hurricane season at all. I'll get that out later. That's the one thing I hate about punches. All right, let's see. Get our... So y'all can see how quickly this can go, right? When you've done a lot of planning. When you use a formula, right? It can help get things done a lot faster. That doesn't mean you can't deviate from the formula. Like Thursdays, where I had another large photo, right? Doesn't mean you can't deviate from it to make your day work for you with what you've got or what you want to document. But a formula at least gives you the start. It helps you get going with it. And you don't have to come up with a new thing every single time. All right, why isn't that 6? Okay, I can't get the 6 on the date. All right, we will have to figure out what's going on with that. So we'll skip that for now. I ain't gonna mess my card up. So here's the weather shot. Let's see. This is in the morning on me going into work. And right beyond this area is the airport. This is part of some buildings that's on the airport grounds. And I work on the other side in the Emergency Operations Center. Not at the airport, no. But for the county. Okay. Again, we'll come back and do this writing and stamping. You can see where I used the vellum square. It says your stuff, and this is my dog's toys in her little basket. This one and this one are her absolute favorites. This is my dog and my cat. I had two cats at the time. Boots. And he passed away a couple of weeks ago. So I'm so happy to have pictures to remember him by. So he was about 20, so he was a good old man. This is my other cat, Farah. Both of these are rescues. This is my mini dachshund. She was given to me by a friend who had dachshund puppies. And let's see, I got Starbucks that day and an Amazon package, so I just put some info in there. Here's my shaker pocket for the day. Picture of me taking a picture of me. I got that idea from Allie. This morning was notable because Chloe usually gets up, my dog, she usually gets up and she jumps right down and goes outside, wants to go outside in the mornings. But this morning she was just loving on me. See, there's the package I got. I got wiper blades the other day, so I put the wiper blades on my car. I'll put a quote there. This is actually all about, and there's several pictures behind here. I'm going to do a flip up about this little popcorn maker I had bought and how hilarious the marketing is on this. And I have something else I had to reprint to put here. So here is my 3x8 cards. Let's see. And we're going to put our pictures on. This is some popcorn that I get at Sam's once in a while. It's not always there, but when it is, I love to get it. It's a little spicy. Nice change of pace. Okay, there's that. Go to the back. And again, I stitched those together. Allie Edwards did that. And if you don't know or new to scrapbooking, I'm sorry, I was just off camera big time. Allie Edwards started Week in the Life, Day in the Life, December Daily. All of those projects, she started all of those many years ago. And she has products and classes and everything on them. And you can find a lot of her stuff on her blog and on her YouTube channel and Instagram channel. So I was thinking about stitching, but I was really afraid to do it. Get this little pick because my thing is stuck. Um, because of my machine it wasn't the best in the world, right? And I was afraid of messing anything up. So I tried it, and then I seen Allie do it. And I go, oh God, yes, I really want to do it. And so I was either that or maybe turn them into 3x4 cards to fit into pockets. But I already had the vellum, and I felt like, ugh, then I'm going to either add more page protectors or use less photos or something. And so I go and I do the first one, and it was like, okay. The problem was it didn't want to move through the machine very well. This is plastic. This is cardstock. And it wasn't liking it too well. Well, I go to a conference and I end up winning a $200 Amazon gift card. So I got the machine that Allie has. And oh my gosh, that's when I even did these. Because I was able to stitch right around this edge, fill the pocket, stitch the top, and it was not difficult at all. It was so easy because that white table, oh my gosh, it's a Brother, if you're wondering, CS 7205. So I ended up buying the machine with my $200 gift card, and I only had to pay $33 out of my pocket. So happy. So I had a class all day. And so this is in our emergency operations center. I was actually sitting right here. And this is a coworker right here. And so we had this class. The instructor was funny as all get out. Everybody was jumping on board with his jokes. It was such a good day. Really, really loved this class. This was just some handouts and different things he had that he was showing people. And of course, there's my chai tea latte I got. Excuse me. So it was a great class, really good class. I take classes all the time for my work, and I have to. These were ducks out on the pond in front of our office. Me feeding the dog. And so this is a big automatic water dish. And I used to have a German Shepherd. And so I had this big one because, of course, I would go through a lot of water. Problem is, I can't fill it from the sink and take it out because it's so big and bulky, and then I can't flip it. But so I put water in jugs and then put it in that. So I have these still to put on, and I think I'm going to put I don't like how it cut. Well, that one's not too bad. All right. Or do we want to put a good day right here? This was a cut apart from Everyday Explorers. It was a free card that came in an order. And I actually am using a couple of them in here because it was just such a good day. And I love how it had the pen and notebook right there. Could put that there. Or yeah, we can put that there. So, let's see. Yeah, we're going to put it over to this side. Again, I'm just thinking about the bulk, right? So normally when we have activations for the EOC, like we have in a hurricane or something like that, this is where I stay 24/7. And I actually sit up here in that little chair right there because I'm the head of this branch. So again, I'm going to come back, add all that stuff in, but that is all for now. So we're done with this part of day 5, and then we'll come back and do all the finishing touches. So I will be back with Saturday and Sunday, and then another video to do all the finishing touches, and this album will be complete, and I'll do a walkthrough. Thank you for stopping by. If you liked the video, hit like and subscribe. See you later. Bye-bye.